Prophet cookie is a prophet. It's pretty obvious. A prophet is an individual regarded as a divine intermediary who receives and communicates with revelations or messages from a supernatural source. Often associated with predicting the future, foretelling. Their primary role is traditionally foretelling, speaking moral and spiritual truths to guide in a warm community. Makes a lot of sense. And he's a religion. Has something to do with religion as well. And number two, he's based on a fortune cookie. His mustache is designed as one. And his purple orb, yeah, it's fire. And prophets are known to use different powers, just like how Prophet Cookie can summon different types of elemental powers. So, yeah. And he's also a psychic, I guess. Who really knows? So, yeah, that's what he is. Milky Way cookie over here is based on is named after a Milky Way. I think we all know what a Milky Way is, but if y'all don't know what it is, I'll sum it up. Not Milky Way Galaxy from Mario Galaxy, the Milky Way Galaxy. The Milky Way is the barred spiral galaxy that contains our solar system, appearing from Earth as a hazy band of light across the night sky. So, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And it's a massive structure with 400 billion stars, gas, and dust, spanning about 100,000 light years across across the solar system. So, Milky Way cookie over here is based on that. And the train going across, the space train going across, yeah, it's inspired by the Milky Way and how big it is and how it can get to places and stuff. Yeah, it makes sense. And also, Milky Way cookie is based on the star jellies, those things in her hair, on her pigtails. Yeah, that's literally what those are. And a train conductor. She's based on a train conductor. She's got the outfit, she has the attitude, she has everything. And train conductors do stay up all night to drive a train. So, yeah, it would make sense for her to be tired all the time. And the whistle. So, yeah, why is she a charge, you might be wondering? She's charging the train into battle. That's literally what she's doing. She's driving a vehicle into battle. It makes a lot of sense. Driver. I guess the sci-fi class, the driver? I guess that's what she is, but I don't know. I really like this character. Pretty good. Blueberry pie cookie over here is based on what else? Blueberry pie, the iconic dessert that's pie that has blueberries and sugar and other stuff like that as the main ingredients. Yeah, and you can kind of see the lactase, the thing that's on top of the pie is her hair, and also it makes the patterns on her dress. Makes a lot of sense, and even her book she's holding, and the blue is like the blueberry and stuff filling, and what it is blueberry? Why is blueberry cookie a magic? She's using magic out of her book. She's a magical librarian. Yeah, she's based on a librarian, and yeah, that's it. She's an elementalist, I guess. She's using electricity. Yeah, she's an electric elementalist, librarian. Not much else to say there. Donut over here is based on a donut. A donut is a type of fried or baked good made from leavened dough. It is popular in many countries and is prepared in various forms as a sweet snack that can be homemade or purchased in bakeries, supermarkets, food stalls, and franchises specialty vendors. Makes sense. And it looks like Space Donut is based on a pink one, a strawberry cherry one, or something like that. So, yeah, you got it right there. And also, Space Donut is based on an alien. The whole design, the lore, the story, everything speaks to me. Yeah, this is an alien. This creature is clearly an alien, and it's from space too. And also, another thing you might notice about Space Donut is that they kind of look like Kirby. It's not just me, but they kind of like the Kirby, the pink body, the body, the general, like, speaking in like their own language, the small cute physique and everything, cute design and everything. Yeah, this is straight up Kirby in the Cookie Run universe. So why is Space Donut a charge? Why is Space Donut a charge? Well, they stand in the front and they shoot a beam. Um, and it lowers their defense. Well, they roll over enemies. So, yeah, so that's probably why they're a charge. They roll over the enemies and all that stuff. Makes a lot of sense. I really do like that. It's pretty interesting. So I really like this character. This character has a nice design. Okay, so prune juice cookie is based on prune juice. Prune juice is made from dried plums or prunes. Prune juice is a popular natural laxative due to its high fiber and sorbitol content, which promotes regular bowel movements and yeah, it does all of that stuff. But okay, that hence the reason why prune juice cookie might be a poison type. No, just kidding. No, he's a poison type because prunes can taste gross at times. I mean, they're good to me, but they can taste a little bad to people. I don't know. Maybe they have a bitter taste to it. I mean, I don't know. I don't have mind bitter food that much, but yeah, whatever. And also, prune juice cookie. Why is prune juice cookie a bomber? You might be wondering. Well, he seemed to be based on the alchemist archetype from fantasy. Other names: a chemist, a brewer, herbalist, merchant, biochemist, genetics, apothecary. An alchemist combines items, magic or otherwise, but Prune just doesn't use magic. He used potions as bombs to use in battle, and he also summons these poison creatures, which I guess of itself he is a summoner, an alchemist summoner. Makes things door. Oddly enough, of all the classes, they're most likely the good at throwing things. Yeah, he throws things, kind of like alchemist cookie. Oh, they are they make supportive items, health potions, and food being most common, which Purchase does make. I think he does that. He does make a lot of potions, and he's pretty damn good at it. I like this guy. Purchase Cookie is fun, and his hat seems to be based on brewer hats, and his hair is leaking Purchase. It's pretty good. Really like this design. This design is great, actually. I love it. Really wish. Okay, so Queen Amant cookie is based on Queen a rich caramel pastry from Brittany, France, whose name means butter cake in Breton. It's made from a laminated dough with a high ratio of butter, sugar, folded repeatedly like a croissant, resulting in a flaky, tender interior and a crispy, sweet, and salty caramelized crust. The baking process melts the sugar and butter, creating a unique texture and flavor, often compared to other salted caramel. Yeah, it seems like Queen Amon has it, and that stuff is in her hair right here. It is literally her freaking hair right here. Yeah, and she's a light. And a defense, because she's defending the team, and she's very tanky. She was tanky at 23, but I don't know what happened. Yeah, so she's holding a giant sword, and her dress seems to be armored. It has these metal bits on it, so yeah, she is armored, heavily armed. Alright, what fighter class is Queen Amon based on? Oh, I don't know. A paladin? She's based on a paladin. She has the light element and all that. She has the healing properties. She has all of that. Like, come on. This is just like Madeline Cookie and what's her name? Financier. She literally is a paladin just like them, but just to a lesser extent. Okay. Yeah. They don't even have to have armor. They can literally just be clothed, but they have light abilities. I don't know. Alright, and Queen Amon Cookie is based on a small character with a giant weapon trope. They often females like Tinkaton, Poppy from League of Legends, and like Zhao from Zenless Zone Zero being the most recent example of this. Yeah, so it's based on one of those. And I guess you could say Wendy Okupa sometimes, but I don't know. I don't know though. Anyways, yeah, that's about it for Queen of Mod Cookie. Really like the design. Probably the best design out of all three of those new cookies that came out in the 2023 update. So, yeah, pretty good. Okay, so Royal Margarine Cookie is based on, well, margarine. His hair and everything, even buttercream herself. Margarine is a butter substitute made from vegetable oils designed for spraying, baking, and cooking, and is typically lower in saturated fat than butter. So, yeah, while traditional margarine must contain at least 80% fat, the broader category of spreads includes products with varying fat content from low fat to high fat versions, often added with vitamins and plant sterols for health management. Oh yeah, and a lot of Mar ones have unhealthy trans fat with healthier unsaturated fats, though they remain processed foods, so they're still processed. So, hence why, yeah, he has that personality of his, I guess. I'm not sure. And also, Royal Margarine Cookie over here is based on a dragon rider. Dragon riders are very skilled at handling wyverns, and they often have pet dragons and stuff. So it makes sense to know that this guy right here has it. It's pretty interesting. It's based on one. Oh, and I mean, in a dragon-based DLC. I mean, sure, based update of a game with an actual guy that can turn into a cookie and a dragon and a baby dragon. So it makes sense. Why is but one thing I have to rant about, and a dragon hunter. But a one thing, but a one thing I have to think about. Why does Holly Berry Cookie not have her dragon armor as a costume? It doesn't make any sense when you think about it, right? Whatever. I guess let's not talk about that. And yeah, so that's it. Okay, what is he based on, you may be asking? What my dream based on? Well, he's based on a Beastmaster. Yeah, he's a Beastmaster, I think. Pet Master, Pup Master, he trains Buttercream in combat. He flies on Buttercream to spread poisonous damage. Why is he a poison damage? Why is he a poison type? I honestly have no idea why he is. I looked everywhere and I really don't know. Why is he a poison type? I guess he's a poison type because because this is like Monster Hunter, like the Monster Hunter and Rathalos is the mascot of Monster Hunter, and Rathalos is poison type himself. So, alright, I guess it's because is poison type because Buttercream is poison type, and Buttercream kind of does like a bit like Rathalos or Rothian, the female version of him. I'm not sure, man. I guess to have some balancing with other poison type cookies. So yeah, I mean he does that well. So yeah, the design is okay. I mean he's an ambush because the dragon's flying out of nowhere. Is a sneak attack. It makes a lot of sense. Tartatin is a classic French upside down tart made with caramelized apples and pastry, traditionally baked in a skillet and inverted before serving. So, yeah, it looks like, and apples are cooked in butter and sugar to create a rich caramel topped with puff pastry or a flaky crust baked until golden, and then flip to reveal the glossy tender apples on top. So, yeah, and it's often served with warm crepe friche or vanilla ice cream. So that's why her hair on her hat looks like cream. So yeah, and also her apple hat and her apple looks like the red apple coming out on the top. Makes a lot of sense to me. Pretty good design we got here. I'm not gonna lie. And anyways, that's not just it. She's also based on something else. A dragon hunter. Yeah, she's based on a dragon hunter. Somebody that hunts dragons for a living. Which also ultimately leads me down into the thing where she also could be based on. Another RPG class that she's based on. Oh, what could it be, you may be asking? Well, I'm going to have to say it. A cannoneer. Yes, you didn't. You just heard me. A cannoneer. She's shooting a cannon. A cannon that's made out of... I don't know what that is, but it's a cooking item. Yeah, and it's a cannon. It shoots out fire. And that's why she's fire type, because she's shooting rockets. And rockets, explosion of fire, makes a lot of sense. Rockstar Cookie is based on a rock star, a type of music entertainer, a singer, and he plays an instrument, which in this case is a guitar. And he has the whole hair and get up and all that. Yeah, he's definitely a rock star, alright. He's got the personality. And why is he a healer? Because music heals people. Yeah, he's a bard, but a modern version of it. One as a rock star, though, so yeah. Okay, so Black Lemonade over here is based on a black lemonade, which is actually a real drink. Black lemonade is a jet black beverage, most commonly made by mixing fresh lemon juice, water, and sweetener like maple syrup and activated charcoal. So, yeah, the term can also return to novelty carbonated sodas, half and half black tea lemonades, or Nashville-based minority youth, but which we're not gonna get into youth organization. Also, yeah, she kind of looks like it. She has the purple hair that's also the purple outline that's actually black. She has the makeup and all that, and her whole guitar looks like a lemon. So, yeah, they actually did a good job with this design. And she's an electric type because the sour is like electricity. My friend said if electricity tastes like something, it would be sour, and yeah, it would be. Electricity. Sour electricity. Lemon electricity. Yeah, I stopped. And she's also based on a guitarist, rock singer. So yeah, so she's a guitarist, rock singer. Peppermint cookie over here is based on a peppermint, a type of candy that's made out of mints. Makes sense. And her whole, yeah, so her hat is based on a peppermint, obviously, but she seems to be taking on the blue color. And peppermint water, the peppermint whale is based on, well, a whale, the blue whale specifically. Looks like it's modeled after the blue whale, which is actually pretty big. The biggest mammal in the whole world. Probably the biggest creature in the whole existence. Well, except for Aurelian Soul, that is. But, anyways, yeah. So you have Peppermint Cookie. And she is based on a bard. She's blowing into a conch shell and being a support ally that buffs your attacks and heals your allies. Very, very straightforward. And she's good with animals, hence her peppermint whale. Makes a lot of sense. And the costume she's wearing right now is so cool. I like it. They're wearing right now. It's adorable. I want one. Might steal it. So, frilled jellyfish cookie over here is based on a jellyfish. Specifically, the barrel jellyfish, which is often commonly said as a frilled jellyfish. So the barrel jellyfish is a bulbous bell. It has a bulbous bell. It's famous for its 8 thick, ruffled, frilly oral tentacles. These arms contain hundreds of tiny mouths that indigest plankton. So yeah, it seems like frilled jellyfish over here took inspiration from it. And she's based on a maid. How dignified. Yes. And her relationship with White Pearl Cookie might be based on how that fish guy from Find the Little Mermaid is friends with Ariel. So it makes sense what they did here. So, but this time she's friends with a jellyfish. So, yeah. And also, they could be a couple. Actually, no, they're not a couple. They're just close friends. But that doesn't stop the shippers out there. But anyways, we also have why is she support? Well, she's a maid. And maid support healing allies, and she has those little jellyfish with her. So it makes a lot of sense why she is a support ally. So it makes a support class. Makes a lot of sense. And the water electric water, because come on, aquatic animal, and 2 electric, because jellyfish are known to be electric. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, so burnt cheese cookie over here is based on burnt cheese, specifically burnt cheesecake. Burnt cheesecake, or Biscay burnt cheesecake, is a crustless, high-temperature baked dessert featuring a deeply caramelized dark top and ultra creamy soft center. Originating from La Vina and San Sebastian, Spain, it differs completely from dense New York-style cheesecakes through its rustic appearance and smoky, sweet flavored profile. And it seems like burnt cheese over here is his whole thing right here, his hat right here seems to be based on it. Like you got the Anubis head like the pie crust, the muscles like the pie, and the top of his head is like crust, top of the crust. Makes a lot of sense, and it's burnt. And then you have the insides of the burnt cheesecake pie is yellow, just like burnt cheese's little muzzle right here. Makes a lot of sense. And his Egyptian inspiration is Anubis. Yes, Anubis. The god. The Egyptian god. Yes. And I'll go over a brief explanation for him. An ancient Egyptian Anubis, god of rites, protectors of graves, and guide to the underworld. He is typically shown as a man with the head of a black jackal or a fool as a black jackal. And it seems like burnt cheese cookie over here is guarding the ancient cheese city, which would make sense. That's what Anubis does. It's a guard, and it seems like that burnt cheese thing right here, his staff, seems to be inspired by Anubis' staff as well. Staff, which is formerly named. So the secret aspect of is the witch's staff, Deskara, in Hades 2. So yeah, it's called Deskara in Hades, but it's from Hades 2. Makes a lot of sense though. Mozzarella cookie over here is based on mozzarella cheese. obviously. Mozzarella is a soft white Italian cheese traditionally made from buffalo or cow's milk using the pasta filata stretch curd method, known for its mild flavor and excellent melting, stretchy quality, making a good pizza staple. Varieties range from fresh high moisture balls like Fourier di latte or buffalo mozzarella to low moisture aged versions, and he's used in everything from salads to lasagna. And it seems like that is her hair right here. That is mozzarella cookies hair, the mozzarella in her hair. Well, obviously. And it seems like she's based on the cow. That's why she has the cow inspiration. Mozzarella is from cow, is made out of cow and bull milk. So yeah, you have the ears up. So you have the little horns thing up here to make her look like a cow. And also the bell and everything. Yeah, but she kind of looks like a cat. Specifically, the Egyptian cats. Smekit. Okay, not Smekit from Power, but she's based on the same thing. And I'll give a brief explanation what Sekhmet is. Sekhmet is an ancient Egyptian warrior and healing goddess whose name is She who is powerful. She is famously depicted with as a woman with the head of a lioness wearing a solar disc. And it seems like that solar disc kind of inspired Mozzarella Cookie's little headpiece back on the back of her. And the cat mouth and the cat eyes that Mozzarella Cookie has, it kind of looks, don't you think? And also, she doesn't heal, but I guess she is healing the city by being a programming the city. And no, yeah, she's based on a computer engineer. Ah, how fitting. I mean, yeah, she does job right. But there is another thing that Mozzarella Cookie is based on. Oh, what could it be, you may be wondering? She's based on the ancient Egyptian goddess of Hathor. Yes, Hathor. Hathor was a major goddess in the ancient Egyptian religion who played a wide variety of roles as a sky deity, which is why Mozzarella Cookie has a bird in her skill. She was the mother or consort of the sky god Horus and the sun god of Ra, both of whom were connected with kingship, and thus was the symbolic mother of their earthly representatives, the Pharaohs. I do not know how to pronounce the name, and I'm not even trying. And also, yep, Mozzarella Cookie had a great design. I love this thing. There's one of my fans out there that loves this little gremlin. I don't know who it is, but you rock. Anyways, next, olive cookie. Fettuccine cookie over here is based on fettuccine. Fettuccine is a long pasta from Italy, traditionally made with eggs, flours, and similar to tagliate, but often thicker. Oh yeah, it's just often made in fettuccine alfredo, and you can see fettuccine cookie has some of the ingredients on their hair. Fettuccine alfredo is a dish that originated in Rome and traditionally consists of just fettuccine, butter, and Parmesan cheese, emulsified with pasta water to create a creamy sauce, while the Italian version is simple. American versions often add heavy cream, garlic, and other ingredients like chicken or shrimp. So yeah, and fettuccine is made out of cheese. So you got that. So she goes with the cheese that the other inhabitants of the Golden Cheese Kingdom have. Makes a lot of sense. And fettuccine cookie is based on a mummy. You can't have an Egyptian Egyptian place without having a mummy in there. So like, yeah, I'm just gonna flash a bunch of mummy characters on screen, and I think you'll see what I mean. All right. You'll see what I mean. They're based on a mummy. So yeah, that's not much to say. And they're a defense because they are tanky and they taunt the enemies, letting them attack them instead of the other ones attacking the others. Makes a lot of sense to me. Like it, whatever you say, buddy. I loved it. Green olive cookie is based on a green olive. I'm not going to explain what a green olive is because y'all know what it is. Y'all seen one, y'all know it. So that thing on her backpack is an olive. Her whole general clothing aesthetic is an olive. Literally, even her freaking hair is an olive. And her pants look like olives. So like, yeah, she has the green olive thing down. And she is based on an archaeologist. She has the whole outfit and everything. And her bats are literally just gummy bats. They kind of look like, I don't know, like some from FNAF VR, I don't know. One's ground, one's fire, and one's electric. It really doesn't matter. The reason why she's a support is because she's helping you in combat. She's not even doing much, but she's helping. I don't know. Maybe she's tagging them, but I really don't know. But it's random, so random that it's unable to be effective as it wants to be. So yeah, that was all. Okay, so creme brulee cookie over here is based off of creme brulee. Creme brulee is a classic French dessert featuring a rich, creamy vanilla custard base topped with a contrasting layer of hard caramel sugar, ice sugar that cracks when tapped with a spoon. Okay, which spoon? The metal spoon or the plastic spoon? I don't know. The name means burnt cream, often referred to the torched sugar crust, which is made from sugar, heavy cream, egg yolks, and vanilla. It's known for its egg contrast between the cool, smooth custard and the warm, crunchy top. Makes sense. And it seems like creme brulee cookie's hair over here has that texture, what it looks like from the top. So it makes sense. And why is creme brulee, what else is creme brulee cookie based on? He is based on a classical pianist. Come on, he's got the clothing and the keys he has, uses as a weapon are literally piano keys. He's shooting them, which makes him a magical ranger. So yeah, that's what he is. And also, creme brulee has attack speed. And why is he so focused on attack speed, you may be wondering? Well, it's because creme brulee cookie is based on a piano, and pianists have to move extremely fast when they're playing the piano. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense right here. I like this. This design is pretty good. I like it, and I think it's cool. But I can admit it does look a bit generic compared to the other cookies here, especially male ones. I have to agree with that other YouTuber, whoever said that. So yeah, good. Good design over here. Okay, so Linzer cookie over here is based on Linzer. Linzer is a family of classic Australian pastries from the city of Linz, most notably the Linzer torte and Linzer cookies. Hey, which features a crumbly nut-based dough and fruit jam filling. But Linzer cookie over here seems to be based on the Linzer cookie. Her hat seems to be based on that. A bite-sized sandwich cookie version of the torte. 2 nut shortbread cookies sandwiched by a layer of jam with a small cutout window on top to reveal the fruit filling. Finished off with a dusting of powdered sugar. Makes sense over here that would be the hat. Makes sense. And the bag over here seems to be based off of the torte. It looks like it. It has the crust and everything. I like this. It kind of looks like the pie, but inside of it, but cut as a rounder shape. That's some pretty good design detail right there. And Linzer cookie is also based on a novelist, a mystery novelist. I like that. I'm also becoming a creative writer too. Yeah, I'll read some I'll read some when making videos on it. And why is she a support, you may be wondering? Well, she's stacking up damage to the enemies. So that's all you get. And I really love Linzer cookie's design. Probably one of the best designed cookies in the game. It gets an 8 out of 10 for me. Whoever made this design, you deserve a raise. So yeah, she's great. I love her.